Welcome back to the GSN. It's your host Sammy33, and in this video we're going to take a look at a franchise that is, well, it's kind of funny. They're actually playing decent in real life. Hey, we're doing good on the game too. It's the Buffalo Sabres. We're going to take a look at what's going on here. I wish I could do a more in-depth look at the other teams, but you know, the whole not being able to see their schedule thing's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. So you can see here, again, kind of the same thing as the other franchises. We're approaching the first quarter mark. The difference in this one is the games go by really fast, so we should be able to pass. When the nights I play basketball, I'm going to be splitting time between two teams. In hockey, I can just focus on the Sabres, so I could knock out 3 to 4 games easily, potentially more if you get in a rhythm, because it just goes by faster. It's constant flowing. 30 minutes, 27 minutes, because 9-minute periods or 8-minute periods, whatever it is I'm playing, versus playing a full 48-minute basketball game with two teams. Anyway, see the standings here in the Atlantic. The Sabres in second place, 3 points behind Toronto with 2 games. They have 2 games on us, so we can make that ground up. We're ahead of the Lightning and the Red Wings, and again, we have played fewer games than those guys, so we could potentially make up those points there. See, team leader. Hey, this guy looks familiar. What we gave up for, giving up Eichel, we get this guy back, and he's been super productive for us, 19 points. Let's look at the rest of the league here. Just take a look at this while we're here. We got the Rangers leading the Metropolitan Division, Columbus in second, Devils looking good. And you got the Hurricanes, one of the wild card spots at 17. The Red Wings have the other one at 21, so we know right now 17 points, so we'll clear that by essentially 3 wins, 6 points. In the West, the Kings leading the Pacific. The Ducks, definitely not like in real life, winning games, so they have one of the wild cards. You got the Golden Knights in 7th spot. Kind of feel bad because I'd like to see Jack do well. The Kraken in 3rd, like that. So the Canucks second. You got your top 3. The Ducks is 1. The Central, the shocker is the Avs being dead last in the division. I think that probably will change. The Wild leading the way, Coyotes and Stars, and you got the Preds with the other wild card spot. So let's kind of look at our schedule here. So unfortunately, I really can't go too into details. We can't go too far back. But you can see the start of the season, we got off to a really good start, winning our first 2 games. Then we have back-to-back shootout losses. So even though we lost both of them, like we had a 3-game losing streak, but we got 2 points in them. So 2 points in 3 games is definitely better than no points if you just have losses in regulation. We respond by winning 3 in a row. And then we lose to close out the month. Red Wings pretty much dominate us in that game. But then we bounce back. A really good stretch for us. November has been good so far. 1 loss here to the Lightning in OT, and I felt like that game was a game where we were outplayed, but we just kept hanging around. We're able to get a late goal to force overtime and just grind out a win. This was a fun one. Eichel did not score. Obviously, they didn't score at all, but we'll take it. So you look at what's going on here. A win against Arizona, a win against Boston. We played 6 games. We have 11 points. Could not ask for anything better. And then coming up, the rest of the month, it's going to be tough. Senators, you see there record-wise 6-7-2. Vancouver 10-5-1. This would be one of those, I don't want to say a litmus test, but second in the division, kind of curious to see Toronto. Obviously, this is a big game. This is a team that is ahead of us in the standings, points-wise, so seeing what we can do against them, and then a rematch with the Devils, see if we can fare, or not a rematch with the Devils, I'm thinking about the Red Wings. See the Devils, so this should be a fun one as well. Another playoff team. Blues, Not disappointing that they're out, but they're close. And then Montreal. We're going to have to solve that problem. I always have a problem dealing with Price. So 7-1, see if we fare a little bit better, and then Tampa to end the month. Not bad. We'll see how it goes. Well, let's take a look at the stats from our guys. Well, what do you know? Alex leading the team in goals. Not shocked there. Does have a hat trick on the air, so that's pretty cool. I see there 4 power play goals, 7 power play points, and a game-winning goal. We'll take that. Speaking of game winners, the Z-Man Gergensen is getting it done. But like to see the balance here. Awesome. Having a good season in real life too. Doing well for us. Second on the team in points. 8 goals, 9 assists. So creating for others and doing his thing. Like to see this a little bit better, but I won't complain. Casey Middlestat 8 and 2. Gergensen's, I said, 6 and 3. Olofsson 6 and 8. Pozo, there's a time where he had like 30 plus goals for me on the regular. I don't think he'll do that for me now, but still productive with 5. Dylan Cousins 5 and 6. Vinny 3 and 3. His goals, like, he doesn't do a lot in terms of points, but I feel like when he gets something, it's very timely. Rasmus Dahlin 3 and 8. 11 points. Minus 13 though is absolutely terrible, so hopefully that gets better. Owen Power. Love this guy. Hoping that he does well long term for the Sabres organization. But for us right now, 9 points, 7 assists, 2 goals. Skinner. Man, for how much he gets paid, this is disappointing. 2 goals, but hey, 9 points, I'll take it. Still helping us win games. Look at assists here. We'll see Tage leads the team in assists. You got a couple guys with 8. Pretty balanced. Like that Dahlin and Power have combined for 15 assists, so stuff from the blue line. Like to see that. Penalty minutes. Tage up there. It's a big dude. I can see why. But it is what it is. Shots. We're not gonna get a bunch of penalty minutes because I try to be like, my play style just doesn't lead to it too much. I don't like to take a lot of penalties. I'd rather just try to play open ice and slow the game down. Shots, Alex with the most, Tage second. Can't say surprised with that at all. Dahlin for defenseman the most with 28. Shooting percentage, easy. 26.7. Wow. I'll take that. Most game winners, Gergensen's power play goals, Tage with 5 points. Alex and Tage with 7. Short-handed, none. Points, obviously none because we haven't scored. On ice time, the defenseman, yep, Dahlin and Power. Letting the young guys play. Yoki Haru 21 said, letting the young guys play. Face-offs, really tough one for us. That's gotten better. So Gergensen's only 2, but Cousins at 43%, Vinny at 43%. It was far worse, let me tell you. Pages was definitely terrible, 31%. It's getting better, and hopefully it will continue to get better as shots as the season goes on. I struggled with them to begin. Block shots 13, gotta be careful with those. Hits 31. Giveaways, way too many. Takeaways, I'll take them. Fights, only 6 fights. Alright. Take a look at the goalies. So, these aren't good. They're making the best of it. Anderson, 8-1 and 2. Comrie, 2-1 and 1. Take it. 1 shutout. Save percentages are low. Goals against, it is what it is. We have to, like, too many goals. Most of the goals we give up are bad goals. Just call it what it is. Most are bad goals because we do a bad job of protecting the goalie. So we have to improve in that aspect, but I'd like for them to both do better. They'll both get a ton of games, so we'll see. We'll see if we can get that closer to 88%. Let's look at the league. Let's Let's not focus on the Sabres, just to take a look at the league as a whole. Look at the difference here. For the save percentage, 95.6. Jonathan Quick. Man, I'd kill to have a goalie that actually could stop shots. Gibbs. 94.8. Love him. A lot of guys in the 90s. Bennington, sorry. Hallmark. Had my issues with him over the years. Ranta as well. Lots of 90s. Vassy. 91.4. It's one thing holding us back. But I also think part of it's my play style too, because I'm an up and down guy. So we're gonna naturally give up. We're gonna get better looks, but we're gonna give up better looks as well, on average. Well, that's what it is. Now let's look at the skaters. Keep it simple. Goals. Handful of guys in double digits. Vander Kane with 10. Marchand with 10. Alex with 11, so he's up there. Matthews, the stud, up there with 11 as well. Dylan Larkin, like this. 9 and 8 for this kid. He's going to be really, really good. Silverberg, Ovi with 8. Pacioretty with 8. And Petros tries to make Kucherov with 8. It's a lot of 8s there. Panarin, Stamkos, Page. So we got another guy there, Patrick Kane. Assists. Wow. 17. So I'm close to see Tavares there with 14. Panarin up there again with 16. So he's really Wise Pedersen, sorry. 15 points. 25. A lot of points. Panarin obviously really, really good. Matthews with 21. You can see Alex down there with 19. Like to see that. Plus minus, best in the league, 16. Can't say I'm surprised. Penalty minutes, who's got the most? 23. A couple guys with over 20. Some familiar faces there, some not so much. Those shots. Matthews with 75. Ovi with 73. Connor McDavid with 60. Only 5 goals. 5 goals in 16 games. A little disappointing, but still a long ways to go, so we could turn that around. And then shooting percentage. Within reason. Zadina, 30.3. Boldy, 27.3. Casey, 26.7. It's not bad at all. Zuccarello at 24.4. Alright. Game winners. Stamkos with 4 power play goals. Tage, Johnny with 5. Take that. A lot of our guys up there. A lot of power play stuff. Good for us. Darling up there too. Short-handed just got the most. Miller's got 2. Wow, impressive. Handful of guys with 2 points, but 2 goals for him. On ice time. Like to see it. Love to see it. Guy's really, really good. And then last thing we'll take a look at really is just face-offs. Sizable number of face-offs here. 64.8. Man, I'd kill for that. 52.5, not bad. Look at this, 63. Look at that, 63% on 444 face-offs. I applaud you. Anything above 50 will take. Anything above 60 is just, man, it's good stuff. Good stuff. That's not us. Look at this guy. Hey, wish they would have changed it so he's in a Golden Knights uni, but whatever. You can see Jack 6 and 6, 12 points. 13%. Man, he's so talented. So talented. The dude, he's got the most fights. 3. That's actually not that bad. Giveaways, probably going to be us. A lot of us. Again, we play fast. Takeaways, hell, whoever plays us. Oh. We got some guys up there too. Curious, who's the first player that's not a Sabre? Edmondson. And then right back to a Sabre. Alright. To end this, let's look at team stats. So point percentage, Sabres, number 1, 76.7. Goals for, number 1, got Toronto cleared by 5 with 2 fewer games. Again, we play fast, so we average 4.5 goals, but we also give up a lot. Highest goals allowed. The price we pay. So power plays, we don't have the most, so that's actually a good thing, because I feel like in years past I've always had way more power plays than everybody else. Goals, like, we're super efficient, so there's one issue, but 21 of 42, definitely the highest. It's not even close. Detroit's second at 23%. And then we've given up 3 shorthanded goals. Man, that hurt. Most of them were painful ones. So power play goals against, we're not last, but we're not far from it. Let's see. Only 15. But by far the worst PK percentage. Shorthanded goals for, one of 2 teams to not have one. But look at this, at home. You have the best home record in the league. I love it. Not so good on the road. Hopefully that changes, because we have the 3rd worst record. So in 6 road games, we have 7 points. Still not terrible. But in 9 home games, we have 16 points. Much better. On a roll. We'll see what happens. Got some really tough games coming up, so yeah, we'll see what we can do. The next week should be fun. Vancouver and Ottawa back-to-back, and then we'll go face Matthews and a really good squad in Toronto, see where we stand in the division. On that note, we'll go ahead and call it here. We'll get into some action during this week and get those Sabres back on the ice and get rolling again. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the stream. Take care.